Look, I'm completely discombobulated today, so you're just gonna have to deal with the insanity that is this. InfoWars is going live all of a sudden. Let's see what's going on with the new InfoWars. Oh no, my camera.
Welcome to Real InfoWars.
Hey, it's the real InfoWars. He's made of cartoon. Put it in the computer.
Welcome to Real InfoWars.
I'm your host, Tim Heidecker. We have officially taken over InfoWars now. This is a new dawn. You think that Alex Jones gorged himself on Whataburger? You're saying 5 triple cheeseburgers and how many fry boxes? They know more than you, and yet you don't provide any evidence. So I think you're the one that's full of shit. Fake news sites are going to be running with this wild. They're going to be running wild with this story. We have leaked video now revealing that Alex Jones...
Yay!
The government, politicians, the media, they're silencing the truth.
Because the truth is dangerous.
They don't want their secrets revealed.
This is exactly the kind of conversation they don't want us to have.
We could be killed.
Or worse. And we should all be very afraid.
Yes.
For 35 years, I was part of the problem. A mouthpiece for the mainstream media, spewing their lies and kissing their feet, all while they turn me into something I'm not. But now I'm free of my corporate shackles, and my only business is freedom. My name is Jim Haggerty, and you are being lied to.
Oh boy.
You are being lied to. Every day when you wake up, every night when you go to sleep, when you watch the news, and when you don't. Chances are, statistically, you are being lied to right now. That's a fact. But why? And how? And by who? We're going to get the answers to these and many more questions today because we are joined here by former CIA analyst Neil Riker. Now, Neil, you were fired and blacklisted from the agency simply for exposing many of their nefarious secrets. Neil, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Now, I want to jump right in and talk about pedophiles.
I'm ready.
I can, in good conscience, have you on the show and not ask you about Jeffrey Epstein. Now, I know in your work for the CIA, you took on many tasks that were horrifying and terrible, and you saw a lot of things. Did you ever see the Epstein files?
I've seen a lot of information that pertains to the Epstein case, Jim, and there's really no other way to put this. We're looking at a vast government cover-up that goes all the way to the almost top.
The almost top?
Yes, all the way to the very, very almost upper levels of government. This wasn't some random sex offender. Epstein had connections. He was enmeshed with some very powerful people, from the bottom levels of government to the middle levels of government, even some upper mid-levels. This could go all the way up to someone like Pam Bondi, or even a little bit, but not much higher.
So it's even worse than we thought.
Let's just say if the president is here and the American public is down here, Congress is here, and the FBI is here, this scandal could go all the way up to just about here, give or take.
It's just shocking that so many layers of the government are in on this. The judicial branch, the legislative branch, and even parts of the executive branch.
Only
Excluding
parts,
the
though.
president.
Excluding the
Right.
president.
It's probably the biggest government cover-up of all time, excluding the president.
Terrifying, really. It's just sick that they're hiding all of this from the American people and the president.
It really is. We really have no idea how medium up this goes.
This is exactly the same kind of thing we could have never talked about when I was working for the lamestream media. Speaking of, you were also fired from your job last year, too, from the CIA. And let me guess, it had something to do with DIY.
There have been a lot of diversity initiatives in the government.
Yeah, but this DIY stuff, it's out of control.
But the official reason I was given for my termination is that I was appearing on too many podcasts.
You also launched your own podcast before you were fired called Declassified, Exposing Current CIA Secrets, where you peel back the curtain on
He's
covert
literally
intelligence
sitting right there
operations
in that
the CIA is desperately trying to keep from
in that
the
picture.
American
The
people.
background was this
Stuff
scene he's in
happening
right now.
under our noses.
That's right.
And you also have a new book out where you talk about a lot of fascinating stuff, from demonic images in clouds to several confirmed mermaid sightings. But I want to talk about something that comes up a lot in your book. JFK. What are they hiding from us?
Well, for starters, Jim, JFK, he didn't kill himself. He was murdered.
You sound pretty certain about that. What do you know?
I've seen the files, and the official story doesn't hold up for a minute. President John F. Kennedy did not hang himself in his jail cell. In fact, if you look at the video and photographs, it doesn't really even look like a jail cell at all. It's hard to tell, but it looks more like the back of a car.
I've thought that too. Now, I want to ask you this because I've heard other people ask. Is it possible that he hanged himself from the roof of his car?
Impossible. The top
Was
was
it convertible? Yeah.
Really?
Top was down. There was no way.
So you're suggesting that he was assassinated?
down. I can't say for certain what did happen that day.
Nobody can.
But I can say that the version we've been force-fed for generations, you know, the one they teach us in school, the whole first American president
Somebody in
to
chat
commit
just was like,
suicide in office,
His head
Yeah.
just did that.
it is all a lie.
Yeah, and you don't have to be an expert to know that the so-called suicide note was a forgery.
Anyone who's ever written half a suicide note can smell bullshit from a mile away.
Absolutely. As someone who has written several suicide notes, I have always been very skeptical of the note. But okay, if JFK was assassinated, there's still the question, why?
The same reason they would want to assassinate any of us. We know too much.
We absolutely do know too much.
Oh, Lord.
And I won't sugarcoat it, Jim. When we expose secrets like this, we all become a target, just like JFK.
Have you ever been shot?
Yes,
Did it hurt?
yes.
That's dangerous.
And it's really just the tip of the iceberg. The government has been lying to us for thousands of years about everything. They try to control us through the media, through advertisements, telling us what to do, what to buy.
It was
now
inside a
that's
building.
The worst part. This has got to stop. If you're like me, you can't get enough hog water. Now, I may be biased, but I drink 3 hog waters a day, and I've got a garage full of the stuff. If you're a like-minded American man with a similar background, you won't just love hog water, you'll find you need it. Hog water comes in several refreshing and essential flavors: berry blast, tropical sunrise, and my favorite, the all-new green flavor. Whether you're drinking it to thrive or drinking it to survive, hog water has everything. It's got the ingredients and it's got the taste. And if you order right now, we will throw in this limited edition Jim Haggerty Show hog water sleeve. You can bring your can anywhere and nobody has to know you're packing hog water. Hog water's not yet approved or legal according to the FDA, and that's how you know it works. You can get vaccines, Tylenol, and condoms at a CVS, but you can't get hog water? Make it make sense. Oh my God. Yeah,
Beautiful.
I see it. Wow, and this is from an airplane hijacking?
Hijackings. Multiple, yes. There were thousands of casualties.
People died? And nobody's talking about this. Not the government, not the mainstream media.
I was as shocked as you are when I saw the footage.
There's video. Let me guess, the powers that be thought they could just sweep this under the rug because there were no witnesses and it happened overnight.
It was actually a Tuesday morning.
Broad daylight. Are you kidding me? Well, thank God they didn't damage the Freedom Tower. I just hope they find whoever was responsible for this 8/11.
9/11.
Right, 9/11. I just hope they found whoever planned this 9/11 and put him or her in jail.
Somebody in
for
chat
a
was just
very
like,
long time.
never forget
Because
7/11.
This is terrible. And if the Twin Towers don't exist anymore because of a terrorist attack, the American people deserve to know.
I agree.
This could have been the start of World War II. And frankly, it's just another reason I am so glad I got out of that hellhole liberal city. I just feel so much safer out here in nature.
It's lovely here.
But you do have to wonder, with the kinds of dangerous things men like us are willing to talk about, are we ever truly safe? I mean, I get thousands of death threats every day. Can we bring this one up? Right, here we are. We need to end this kind of talk. Now, in your professional opinion, how credible would you say a death threat like this is?
You really can't rule anything out these days, Jim.
You're right. You're right. And I think that at a certain point, you just have to accept that people who expose the truth like we do, people are going to want to kill us.
Someone in
for it.
chat was just like, it's so hard to be a
And I
white
can
man, so
honestly
brave.
say that if that's what it takes to keep us asking the hard questions, I'm willing to die for it. I am. Okay, now, real quick before you go, when was the last time you watched pornography?
Oh, gosh. I don't know. It's been years.
Good, good. Me too. Same. Okay, back to you, Tracy. Oh, God, I'm sorry. Old habit.
Oh my lord. I love InfoWars.
They're lying to us, but you don't need me to tell you that because you feel it every day. Dextrose, soluble corn fiber, lactic acid. Notice
What's up,
something?
Roland?
They changed the recipe for gummy worms to demoralize you.
Will it make me gay?
Ugh.
Asking for a friend.
They took out the sodium lactate. They are poisoning us. They're making fools of us all because they want to see if we'll do something. Well, I am doing something. My own research.
Oh. You gotta do your own research. The real InfoWars. They're making the frogs straight, Roland. We cannot let this happen. Somebody in chat just said sodium maxing. Hey, you can turn your piss into gold. Hey!
My next claim, the Onion subscription.
It was.
greatly
It was.
improved
It's
the
sorry.
quality of life.
No, look. There was two different alerts. I went live the second that this was gonna go live, and I forgot
For me to improve my quality of life. My
And
life
I
is
looked
perfect as is.
at
I
the
don't
clock
need some
right when I clicked the
newspaper
button.
to
It's
improve
not
it.
just some little newspaper. It's America's finest news source.
But
And
this
everybody's
is
life can be
InfoWars.
improved in some way.
Not mine. I have everything I could want, everything I ever dreamed of. I have a house and an apartment, 2 different air fryers. I have 3 kids. I'm happy. So your whole argument, it's factually wrong.
Come on, man.
It's bullshit.
Come on. I think we can both agree.
Admit it. Your whole argument is bullshit.
I'm not going to admit that my whole argument is bullshit. Not
Then
gonna
you're a
do it.
fraud.
No, look, I stand by my claim.
Sorry, I missed that. I was just looking at a hilarious picture. People always send me hilarious pictures. Just one of the ways that my life is great and can't be improved.
You might think that your life is perfect, but trust me, deep down, there's a hole. You don't know how to fill it. Everything you tried is just not doing it.
You don't know me!
Come here.
No, no.
Free Amazon stuff trick. when your thing is out for delivery, click this. Wait till he does something strange.
Alright, there you go, man. Okay, that's again, dude.
Oh, wow.
It's funny.
Yes, that is
What?
strange.
Hole in
He
left
did it one more
earlobe.
time for another old man. Make sure you get a screenshot. And look up his wife's name. Driver is arriving.
Hey man, you like breakdancing nude in front of old men?
What? don't tell my wife. I give you whatever you want, please.
And that's how you get free Amazon stuff. Wow. A new breast machine.
A new breast machine. Turn your gold into piss. Liquidate your assets today. See, this is what the woke, fake news, lamestream media doesn't want you to know you can do. We stand by our decision to resist the InfoWars as our mascot, but value you as an independent thinker. Oh no. Free the elf. Sound off in the comments if you want to see more of the InfoWars elf and would like us to reconsider. What do you mean InfoWars is crazy now?
These are the times that try men's souls.
The architects of the Constitution all
Did
predicted
that motherfucker have a revolver?
one day plague America.
Epic clashes of good and evil.
Brother against brother. Honky against honky.
The revolution needs every man, bare-assed as he may be.
Was the bravest and most patriotic display of animal cruelty in the history of the United States.
A grand new experiment that would produce a monstrosity so
250
powerful
centuries in the
it would soon be
making.
known
Oh my
to
God.
The whole world by just one name.
It was sick.
Oh my God. That's a lot of centuries. Only having one ear stretch looks so weird, right? It looks like a little hello, Mecca BB.
On our road to total victory, that is not stopping us to seek restitution and justice. In every battle, there comes a time when both sides consider themselves beat, then he who continues the attack wins. Come on board! Hi, everybody. Welcome to the new InfoWars. I'm your host, Tim Heidecker. We have officially taken over InfoWars now. We are in charge of InfoWars. This is a new dawn, a new era. We're turning the page and we're forgetting the past, but we must always remember the past leads us towards the future. We got so much to get to today. This is the emergency broadcast. Thanks for joining us. It's the only place you're going to get the truth, and we're happy to provide it for you. We're going to take a couple of calls later on, and we're going to get to the bottom of some things here. First of all,
He is still
a couple
doing
of quick
the voice.
things happening in the world out there. I've been talking about soybeans for a while. Soybeans, not a natural, not a organic product. It is a genetically engineered farming substitute for nutrition. It's established in 1928, 1 year before the Great Depression. You only have to do the math there to figure out why. It has infiltrated every single aspect of our diet. I don't care if you are trying to eat a Snickers bar or a carrot. It's got soybeans in it. Even our water, they're saying now, has trace elements of soybeans. This happened just last week. This is coming in from KIRO7 in Washington State. Soybean spill in Tacoma freight train derailment. So an overnight freight train derailment along the Tacoma waterfront caused a road closure and soybean spill. So now we can see now that there's an overcorrection and overreaction to the amount of soybeans we're being forced to consume, and government's starting to do something about it, and they're derailing trains, so the volume of soybeans are being disrupted.
I get it.
That story as it develops.
And that's making it so that the soybeans are getting into the water.
KUTV. This just came in. Mishandled remains prompt questions over regulation of Utah's funeral home industry. This is no surprise, folks. I've been saying this for years. That we have body mix-ups happening all the time. About 60% of the bodies buried now in America have been are the wrong body, and many of them are alive. So we follow that story. The big story we want to
make everything more expensive because soybeans are in it all. Oh no!
These are stories from other news outlets. But one thing Emergency is going to be the leader in is breaking news that we've reported on. I've got a terrific team out there, producers and researchers finding the truth, getting to the bottom of it. This one pertains to Alex Jones. And I'm going to break this. This is big news. This is going to be on every CNN and all the other fake news sites. They're going to be running with this wild. They're going to be running wild with this story. We have leaked video now revealing that Alex Jones popped like a balloon in his car 2 months ago. That's right, folks. Alex Jones, the Alex Jones that we have come to know over the years, is dead. He has passed away. InfoWars has obtained shocking cell phone footage that appears to show disgraced broadcaster Alex
Someone
Jones
in the chat
like
just said, "I heard the
in
pop."
the front seat of his own vehicle on the morning of May 1st, 2026. The 16-second clip, which we will show you, folks, so stay tuned. We have the footage.
16
no one has
seconds.
This is exclusive. So if you want to find it, you want to watch it, you're all going to have to come to Emergency. The 16-second clip was delivered via secure tip line at 11:48 p.m. on June 30th. It is being published here for the first time. Let's just show the video here, and I can talk you through it.
Alex Jones in his fucking car right now.
So there's a lot of things we don't know about this video here. We don't know who the person filming this is. Shit. Now, there's a thing that Alex Jones has been known to do. Many of his videos are from his car. So we can confirm that this is a common characteristic of Alex. We verified that the Chevy Suburban was registered to Free Speech Systems, which is his holding company. Look at pause right there. This Alex Jones, you can tell by the back of the head, the ear, the color of shirt, bald man, unable to grow hair on the top of his head. There's a violent, sudden impact from inside the car. Essentially, the
bald man
body of Alex Jones disintegrating instantly, exploding out, breaking the window. We're going to keep playing this as I speak through it, but it is shocking video.
Alex Jones in his fucking car right now.
Confirming something quite shocking that 2 months ago, Alex Jones exploded. Now, first question is, well, who the hell's on Alex Jones Live? Who's the guy who's broadcasting every day to a diminished audience? You look at his numbers back when he was on InfoWars compared to where he is now, it's pathetic. It's bad. He's not been able to maintain his audience. And we're partly responsible for that because we vanquished him off the air. Questions remain. Who is this Alex Jones? I believe this is an imposter. This is I don't know if it's a clone, but it's somebody that they managed to fool the world into believing is Alex Jones. Why? We're going to get into the why. Why is this happening? I want to get into the video, the source of the video here, because we got some metadata on this. The video was created on May 1st, Central Time, on the same day that a man claimed to be Alex Jones relaunched his show under his new banner, the Alex Jones Network, or Alex Jones Live. Metadata lists an iPhone as a recording device and contains GPS coordinates, placing the camera on a residential street on the south side of Austin. Now, this video was uploaded to X that afternoon by an account with no followers and no prior posts, so it was a new account. This is kind of what caught my eye here.
And that's
the
old emo.
Suspended 47 minutes later. Look at 47. Think about who's in charge.
Alex Jones.
The video was viewed roughly 1,800 times, downloaded by an unknown number of
It's
viewers,
true.
and then reposted to at least 3 other platforms. So the
Which,
account
but
exists for one
it's
single
exclusive,
day.
and you're the only one that
It's
have seen
taken
it.
down, and then we get it because we have people on the inside. We have people that know about that work on at these companies that know that we are the pipeline to information. We are the pipeline to the truth, and they get this to us. This came to me. I have a lot of questions. I have a lot of ideas about what's going on here. First of all, where did the car go? Why did nobody else see this? We are confident confirming. There's no question about it. Alex Jones,
Man, that's gotta hurt his throat.
and have battled over the years, is no more. He's not on this earth. is gone, what we believe, to the underground. We believe he's going to hell. And we have some more evidence to prove that. But we want to get into this a little more, a little deeper. We have with us, calling in right now, a forensics expert, somebody I've known for a long time, someone I know and trust. Dr. Lester Reeve is going to be joining us because he's taking a look at this, and he's had his eyes on this for a couple days now and has some insights onto what we're looking at here and how to verify the severity of it and the authenticity of
Someone
it.
in chat just
and get his
screamed
perspective
fake cars.
on what he thinks happened.
Cars don't exist.
So we're gonna go to Dr. Lester Reeves right now.
Thank you for having me. It's good to be here.
Doctor, just to give a little context, can you describe your background, your expertise in forensics, and just make it brief?
Yes, I have 30 years of law enforcement experience in the San Diego and LA coroner's office. I have a master's degree in forensic science, PhD in human behavior.
Fascinating. Well, Doctor, you've been able to look at this video. What are some of the things that stand out to you as what happened, and what was it? Well, just speak to the video and what your impressions of it were.
Well, as far as the video is concerned, it's pretty obvious what happened. He was blown to smithereens by an explosive device, essentially a bomb placed inside the vehicle, probably the seat.
So this you believe this is an impact coming in from the inside, not from
yeah,
inside his
he might
body,
be able
but from inside the vehicle.
It's gonna turn into
very
just
unlikely
for
that it
real.
would be from inside of his body. You can never rule out any possibility, but that.
But yeah,
that
I wonder if
particular
he's
scenario
just
would
been
be very
practicing a lot.
unlikely. It's probably a explosive device set inside the vehicle.
Mm-hmm. If that was the case, wouldn't you see more of a
He's so good at that
impact,
stammering.
Radius coming out from there? That I guess you need other angles.
I understand what you're saying.
Do you?
A well-developed and sophisticated device can be very localized in its explosive impact. And it appears that this particular device would be in the seat of the bottom portion of the seat, or in the back. I would say more likely in the back of the seat. And it's very common to see explosions in cars, in mob hits and that kind of thing. However, this particular device was localized to the interior of the car. So it's just it's much more sophisticated.
And much more targeted surgical strike on Jones.
That's a good way to put it. Surgical.
Now, you have I know this. You're not one to speculate. Do you have any theories that you've developed after seeing this video about why something like this would have happened to him, or what the purpose of eliminating him would be?
Well, he was a controversial figure. Some people liked him, some people loved him, and a whole lot of people disliked him and even hated him to the point where they may have wanted to essentially kill him.
Seek revenge.
I'm sorry about that.
That's all right.
What the fuck?
Now, we look at the conspiracy here, the cover up. What does it tell you that this happened nearly 2 months ago, and
Be back in a bit,
we're
Roger that.
now for the first time? How hard is it, or how easy is it, if you are a member of the deep state, to cover up something such a? I mean, you could have gone in, gone to some barbecue spot where he's eaten and poisoned him. If that's what you wanted to do to eliminate him. This is a very public display, but yet it becomes swept under the rug. Have you ever seen anything like that?
To keep something like that secret for over 2 months is quite extraordinary, and it would take quite a bit of specialized ability to do that.
Many people involved, many people at a high level of access to power, money, influence to make something like this happen and then disappear. Have you? Is there any signs that you see in what you see here that's making you question who that is? Is that a clone, or is that just a lookalike, or is that facial AI CGI going on, or do you have any perspective on that?
The way to tell is if that was really Alex Jones or a clone or a CGI is to find out if Alex Jones is still around anymore. If he's not, I would assume that was a real explosion and a real homicide.
Yes.
Not likely a suicide.
Now, Alex Jones, the guy was a portly fella, big, full of food and gas and other plump boy. Right?
Plump boy.
He was fairly heavy set, yes.
Very heavy set and bloated. You ruled out the idea that this could have just been him exploding from consumption, high blood pressure, stress, anxiety, and just overeating. Can that happen anatomically? Can that be something that happens to somebody?
Absolutely not. That's never happened to anybody.
I adore this.
No one's ever exploded from eating too much.
That's right.
All right.
They actually,
All right, well,
like, this homie is like the straight man.
We'd love to have you back on with more.
I think he might actually be a doctor.
Welcome. Very welcome to be here. And thank you for inviting me.
Take care. That's Dr. Lester Reed.
He's like, all right. All right.
All right, folks, we're back again. The breaking news. Alex Jones has popped like a balloon. That's been confirmed now. We have phone lines.
Alex Jones
jammed
dead
right
after
now. Everybody
popping
wants
like
to
a balloon.
Call in
Damn,
and
that's too
share
bad.
their feelings on this and their thoughts on this. So let's go to the phone lines now. We
What
got
a shame.
Phil calling in from Texas. Phil, what's on your mind?
Yeah, I'm just now seeing this video. I can't believe what I'm seeing, and I'm thinking we're somehow maybe responsible for this. I work at the Whataburger in downtown Austin, and Alex, he's a kind of a regular customer, and he was he was in not long before this video supposedly took place. And I don't know, maybe we overserved him or something. I'm not sure what happened here.
Okay, so you're saying you work at the Whataburger. You saw Alex come in?
Yeah, he ordered 5 of what's called a triple meat Whataburger.
Five triple meat Whataburgers?
Right,
What are
5
those?
triple meat Whataburgers.
What?
And then he left, and he actually came in and he ordered 5 more. And he ordered several of these, we call them fry boxes, with French fries, onion rings, gravy, jalapenos, and it was a lot of. I figured he might have been ordering them for many people, but now I'm thinking maybe he ate them himself.
You think that Alex Jones gorged himself on Whataburger? You're saying 5 triple cheeseburgers and how many fry boxes?
Jones gorged a Whataburger before
I can't remember the number. It was a while back, but I'm guessing he had 4 or 5 of those as well.
Anything to drink?
He had a milkshake, just one milkshake though, to wash all this down. If that's in fact what he did, but
Okay.
I can't.
Let me ask you a question. What's your name?
My name is Phil.
And how old are you?
I'm 17.
Okay, and you've been working at Whataburger for how long?
Just for about 6-7 months or so.
And do you know, does Whataburger keep records of customers' orders, receipts, any kind of paper trail that we could go back and look at and verify this?
Everybody's screaming
we
6, 7 in the
cash
chat.
out every day at the end of the night, and so we keep that on record. And so somewhere in the files they would be here. Yes.
Well, we just had a friend. You saw the interview with Dr. Reeve, and but his point of view was that there was an explosive device within the car in the seat, and that's the cause of the explosion. He is his expert opinion that people can't explode from overeating or from high blood pressure.
Right. I mean, we're kind of trained to know that too as employees at Whataburger, that competitive eaters can eat like 20,000 calories a day without getting sick, and I'm guessing these triple meat burgers, they're over 1,000 calories each. And if he ate 10 of those, he could have gone into what's called dumping syndrome, which we were taught as we worked here. And maybe a stoppage caused him to build up gases or something. I don't know, but it just looks awful to me. I don't know.
It's terrible. We never want to see anybody explode or killed in a violent way or killed in any kind of way or die.
Especially, I feel kind of guilty that I gave him.
I don't think,
that much food.
son. Let me give you a little advice. You're 17 years old.
Yes, that's right.
And you're going to college, or you're pursuing any kind of academic career?
I'm hoping that, yes, I'll maybe get a scholarship to go to college here, yes.
Well, let me just say, I think you should absolve yourself of any guilt. I don't think it's possible for him to explode from the food you served him. And if he did, this was his choice. You did not put a gun to his head and make him eat 5 triple burgers, whatever it was, the fry boxes and the milkshake.
Right.
I think you sleep soundly at night. The real question is why was he taken out like this? I think there's no credence to what you're suggesting. I think it's impossible. And you're a good kid, and I'm glad you're watching. I'm glad you're paying attention. You understand that the rest of the world is lying to you, and we need this new generation, Gen Alpha. Is that what you are?
I would call myself that, yes, sir.
What kind of music do you listen to?
I listen to some Train.
What's up, Stahl?
I listen to Puddle of Mud.
Where do you get your news from? You're going to get it entirely from InfoWars now?
Yes, sir. I've been watching you for quite a while here lately, and I really like the show. And
yeah, this
is it true that there was pepper cheese all over the interior of the car afterward?
I can't confirm. We don't know that. We don't have access to that information. Okay. I just want you to sleep easy at night. Go talk to your mommy and your daddy and tell them that you didn't kill nobody. Okay.
Yes, sir. Okay.
All right. Stay in school. And learn and be a good person. That's all. That's what we need in this world. And do right by the Lord.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So the Onion got a hold of the InfoWars.
Let's go to the phone lines right now. I got Tim.
This is live?
Tim calling in from
Well,
Ohio.
maybe live. It's probably
Tim,
a lot of pre-recorded
what's on
stuff.
your mind?
How you doing? You doing good? Everything all right?
Everything's fine. What can I do for you, sir? We don't have a lot of time here, so please get to your question, your comment quickly.
Yeah, okay. Well, I just want to say that everybody is, you talking about how Alex is dead and there's a new Alex. And I just want you to know that's old news. People know that shit. People already know that stuff. So that's old stuff. I've known that for years.
Well, no, that's not the way I interpret it, sir. You had prior knowledge of this. This is something that you're saying you had access to, this information.
Oh yes. This is common knowledge. This is A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
No. This is not a common knowledge. This is breaking news. We're getting to this first. We had the video evidence that he imploded or exploded about a month ago, and prior to that, we believe that he had just existed as a normal man. But you have evidence that to the contrary.
Yes, a lot of people with me with deep knowledge like this already know this and know this forever, so nothing shocking here. Alex is basically a character who gets replaced, like James Bond or Bozo the Clown. I mean, essentially, we're talking about the same line as Bozo, with like Pinto starting it, and then Larry Livingston creating it, and then you're having Willard Scott become Bozo. Now you have David Arquette being Bozo. It's just Bozo.
It's not Bozo. I reject that, sir. I don't think you have the evidence. I don't think you have the clarity to understand what you're talking about here. I think you're out of line. What we found here is there was one Alex Jones. We have evidence on that. We have genetic materials to prove that. And then we have this incident that happened, a singular incident. This is not a pattern. I believe in patterns. I believe that things repeat themselves over time. But, sir, I think you're chasing down the wrong rabbit hole here.
I mean, you should just go back and look at the different Alexes. You'll notice that it's, again, I hate to keep saying this, but it's Bozo. It's Bozo the Clown.
It's not Bozo the Clown. I reject that. But look, you got evidence that he's Bozo the Clown, where it's following a similar pattern of James Bond.
I'm not saying he's Bozo. He's definitely not Bozo. That's a different line. Of course, that's a different line. That's its own thing that's parallel. But
I understand. Yeah, I understand. You're making an analogy to the various bozos that have played Bozo the Clown over the years, or Superman, or even Batman. You had Michael Keaton playing him, Adam West, of course, and George Clooney.
That's different. That's different than Bozo, I feel like.
Turner just sent me a message saying Alex replacement theory.
Go ahead, get.
They're saying that. Bozo's saying that is the same Bozo. Batman is saying, okay, this is a new Batman with a different guy doing it. Bozo, they're trying to say that's all one Bozo.
Yeah.
They're not saying, hey, there's a new Bozo.
I concede that point. Continue.
I concede that
I'm
point.
just saying, in the circles I run in, we've known this forever, and we've seen bozos die the same way you guys found, some evidence on Alex.
They explode?
All right. Well, so you saying you know more than me on this?
Yes,
and all the work we do, all my team, all the people that have come together to do the hard work on this, my forensics expert, Dr. Reeve, everybody like that, they know more than you, and yet you don't provide any evidence. So I think you're the one that's full of shit.
I am not full of shit, and I will not be told this. That I am full of shit. I reject that.
All right. Well, you can do whatever you want, but this is my show, and I'm running this. And for you to come on here and say that this is just one of many Alex Jones, I think is misleading my audience, and I reject it. If you can provide some evidence that there was an Alex Jones from 1994, 2001, are you saying the Alex Jones that broke the story about the World Trade Center being a hoax, that this guy is not the Alex Jones that exploded?
No, you're talking 4 back. You're talking 4 or 5 back is what you're talking about. And you can usually tell by
Is that actually? I've never seen.
You study the face.
Oh, we studied the face. Yeah, go ahead. We studied the face, but go ahead.
How close did you get into the face? Because the face is a map. Everyone's face is a map of what their history is, and it's like a fingerprint. They should, instead of when crimes happen, they should do face prints because they actually have completely different lines, the same as a fingerprint.
If you're so smart on this, and we'd love to have you on again sometime to explain a little bit more about where you're coming from, because frankly, it's news to me, and I got an open mind.
There's been 3 Kermit the Frogs? Ridiculous.
Sure that if this is if you're on to something here, we want to hear more about it. All right.
Oh my Lord!
I would be glad to come back, and I would be glad to do a little bit more research myself to make sure I have some things to say that could prove my point better. But I'm telling you, I know it in my gut. I know this stuff.
And your name is Tim. And what's your background? What's your expertise? And what do you do for a living?
I live in Toledo, Ohio, and I make tools.
All right. Well, thank you, sir. And you're the reason this country's still humming, and you're the backbone of America. And I appreciate all the work you do.
I appreciate that so much, and if you ever see a tool out there, every single one I make, I put a little bit of slash in the handle of it, so you know that it was made by me, Tim from Toledo. I make a slash in all my tools.
You got slashes all over them tools. All right. Thank you so much,
Tim from Toledo.
And, all the best. I like this guy. Jason, make sure he's on the hotline so he calls in again. We can get more information on the many Alex Jones that have existed.
Thank you.
We'll be right back after this break.
Hi, friends. I'm retired Sheriff Dominic Banner. Did you know that over 1 million Americans aren't getting enough pure oxygen? Oxygen is a critical gas for emotional stability and vein health. Pure O capsules contain 100% uncontaminated oxygen, guaranteeing optimal absorption and mind maximization.
That means I could probably take a bunch of these and go move into the water.
Stop breathing for 1 full hour. Save time and unlock the true potential of your lungs.
You stop breathing for a whole hour.
InfoWars.
Thank you, InfoWars. Let me get
folks,
them oxygen pills.
Us, news breaking today on emergency. Alex Jones dead. Passed away 2 months ago, May 1st, 2026. More on this.
Wait, no. He wasn't in a car explosion. He exploded
exploring this story in
the
depth,
car.
get the answers of how.
Never have any
why,
consequence. That's right.
Who is the imposter right now on Alex Jones Live?
Who is this imposter?
Info warriors to get out there and spread the message, spread the word that that this news is being suppressed. We're the only ones you can trust right now, and let the world know that the real Alex Jones is dead, and that we will find the truth as to who the imposter is. So make sure you use social media and all the various methods of communication, email, text, and all the rest. Join InfoWars here on our social media and support us in every way you can. I want to just give a final thought here as we approach.
My throat's hurting just hearing him do this.
America. Turning 250 years old, big America 250 celebrations where we go. I gave this some thought, and there's a lot of research backing this up right now, but I guess the way to begin this is to say we're familiar with the ancient civilization known as the Phoenicians. Phoenicians are an ancient civilization from the Mediterranean region, 5,000, 6,000 BC, all the way up to about 200 BC. big thing about the
Release
Phoenicians,
the
they were
flies,
responsible
somebody
for our
says in
modern
chat.
alphabet. The origins of our alphabet, the way we speak, the way we communicate, the way we write, begins with the
Maturians.
Phoenicians. First of all, we believe that the Phoenicians did
Phoenicians
not
are from
disappear,
Tempe.
that they were not conquered by the Romans, that they were that they.
I agree entirely.
They disappeared.
I wish that they were there
in a
on all
sense,
of
but
them
they went
now.
underground and found secret canals, secret tunnels, secret pathways to the underworld, to hell, and have been living in hell. As in communion with the demons and Satan, and establishing a super order, which also is, by the way, up to the top levels of control and government. So the reason I bring them up and how it pertains to the July 4th is on July 4th, 1776, the founding fathers, so-called founding fathers, sat down, wrote the Declaration of Independence. Now, Declaration of Independence is based on letters of the English language, which have evolved over time as a handwritten document on parchment. It's a document of ideas by the founding fathers, but it's also a document literally made up of letters, which when you put them together, do form words. We know through our research that there are 1,320 words in the Declaration of Independence. And so you look at the year 1320, you want to add together that number with July 4th, 7-4, which turns out to be 11.
That's what he said, so it's got to be true, Stal.
We took a look at this, and you can look there. That's the year 1331.
I think that's actually true.
Now, a couple notable things in the year 1331.
Everything he said about the Phoenicians was true up until a certain point.
This is the first recorded outbreak of the Black Death plague. Okay, and so there's other ways to do this, other ways to skin this cat. I think if you look at the number of words in the Declaration of Independence, we are finding messages sent through time, perhaps from a past period or down from the gates of hell, communicated up from the Phoenicians, who, as I said earlier, are still running the show. Still, basically, if you want to get to the top of the top, who's commanding the commanders? You're looking at the Phoenicians, who are still with us and have never left. They've been controlled. They're the ones that brought us the Black Death. And so as we get together,
Abraham Lincoln said so. It's true.
And grills and waving our American flags and light our sparklers. Remember that all we're celebrating is a communication, is a code that we need to be open to, and always remember that the Black Death is on its way, because the Phenicians, the patterns that they've established.
Someone in chat just said confirmed vaccines are Phoenician.
It reminds us that all we have to do is look under our nose to find the answers. And when we wave that American flag, never forget that we are under their control, and they control our mind. If you want to break from that cycle, you want to escape from their power, their clutch. Join us every week as we look into these mysteries. We try to solve the mysteries of who's running the show and why we are where we are. So join us next week on Emergency and stay tuned for more information. That's all for now. Happy
Hello,
Independence Day. I'm not going to be
EBBB.
celebrating because I'm not under the clutches of the Phoenicians.
Hello, hi,
from
love
hell.
you. Welcome to the Real Info Wars. It's good to know that the Phoenicians are still with us. It's too bad that they live in hell, though.
Katy Perry is a bisexual devil worshiper. And they're changing the alphabet.
InfoWars forever. You are the Info.
Is turning your piss into gold really worth it?
What the fuck?
That sound is Yoshi's way of saying the N-word.
AJ had a small gift for you.
Oh, cool. From stick to stick.
Are we on a date? Hanson's frosting is thick and fluffy in a way that makes me feel kind of horny. 6 out of 10 for poop.
You can now purchase gas directly from the government in exchange for head.
Welcome to Real InfoWars.
Thanks for watching. It looks like this is all set. We've watched the first true premiere of the real InfoWars. So for any of you that might be confused as to what's going on, there's been a satire newspaper that I believe originated here in Chicago. I know that they work here in Chicago, but I don't know exactly where it was established. I'm fairly certain it probably was established in Chicago. And it's all satire and it's all silly and it's got a lot of hilarious shit. And a little while back with the Sandy Hook thing with Alex Jones of InfoWars, Alex Jones Alex Jones was, oh gosh, I can't remember exactly the thing. He was talking shit saying that the Sandy Hook shootings and all of those murdered children was a hoax, right? And there was a lot of harassment and things like that were going towards the family. He was taken to court over it, and he was found guilty of being a piece of shit, like officially in the court. So then he had to liquidate his assets in order to pay tons of money to these families, right? And at that point, it is true, The Onion is definitely more reliable than Fox. Like literally anything is. So while the assets were being sold off, and now there's a whole shitload of complicated stuff in between that's going on. There's even like some nasty situations of stuff that's going on right now. But essentially, the Onion News Network, which is hilarious, and you should watch everything that the Onion has to do. I'm going to show you my favorite thing having to do with the Onion, actually, in a moment. Hold on. The Onion News from the Future. It's one of my favorite videos of all time. The Onion purchased like the rights to InfoWars, like Infowars.com. They took it away from Alex Jones, and as you were able to see, the Onion redid InfoWars, the thing. They put an onion where the O is, and they made it a rainbow so that they could make it as gay as possible because they knew that it would piss off everybody that originally was a fan of InfoWars. I came for Lagoon. EBB's like, I came for Lagoon and I get this shit. Whoa, they're making new Independence Day. But yeah, I downloaded Ratchet and Clank. Nice. But yeah, they got a hold of InfoWars and they made their own InfoWars, and that's what we just experienced right now. Tim Heidecker with Tim and Eric, awesome show, originally known for like a lot of that stuff on Adult Swim, is the great head because he's really good, especially at making an Alex Jones impression. And so that's what we just live reacted to at this moment. I don't think that I'm gonna upload this. I mean, I guess I could upload it, but like, I don't think anybody's really care. I might get in trouble. I would rather all of the traffic go towards that, whatever. I don't know. Who gives a fuck? What are they gonna do? Strike it down? Whatever. But anyway, that's what we just watched, and it was great. Here's a good. This is my favorite. One of my favorite things truly to ever come out of the Onion. It has to do with news from the future. Please enjoy this.
A lot of networks report the news as it happens, but only one has the power to report the news before.
Oh, actually, hold on. One thing here. ID4 in real time. Oh, followed by Ben Collins, who is the person who is like making all this InfoWars stuff happening. He works at the Onion. And also, I believe, is the partner of Kat Abu-Ghazali. The Legend of Oasis. That one's on the list. Actually, that one's already on the list. Seeing the sights. What's this? We do have confirmation that President Whitmore at Air Force One did safely take up. Why is this happening? This is live tweeting Independence Day? Wait a minute. Is this live tweeting? Oh my god, there's a 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, July 2nd, the moment the world ended. If humanity survives this, will mark the time. I think these books, this, did it happen in this year? Was independent? What? Hold on, I gotta take a look at this. What year was Independence Day? No, not that Independence Day. It was 1996, but was it? I don't even really know, but it looks like what's happening right now. Don't get in trouble again. We'll be all right. It was set exactly 30 years ago. Hilarious. So right now what's going on is that we have these accounts here actually tweeting out like what happened in Independence Day, the movie, but in real time. Like right now it would be like not only are these attacks exponentially stronger than the atomic bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki in 1945, the arrival of the attacks on the planet's major metropolitan area appears to have been synchronized. They all occurred within seconds of each other. Just incredible. How? So like literally this is tweeting like as if we were living in the day of Independence Day. Also, this thing says nudes in bio. The alien has apparently told the president nudes in bio. This must be some kind of code. This is absolutely bonkers. But anyway. Oh yeah, I can't. We gotta be careful, but
through our state-of-the-art wormhole satellite, the Onion News Network Future Channel brings you exclusive news transmissions from the year 2137.
Whoa!
Because to stay ahead in today's world, you need to know what's going to happen in tomorrow's.
So I also need. What's funny is that 2137 is just 11 years. Nudes, redhead nudes too. This I also need to help you understand that this video was posted 13 years ago today. So 2137 was 13 years farther away when this was originally made. And you will find that there's some shit that's still pertinent to today in here, and it's pretty wild. But like 2137 is just 11 years away, so that's pretty funny. Gay Texas, island of Miami. Bringing you what's left of your world.
Well, here it goes again. Government contractors announced today that construction on the Omega-12 particle accelerator, which will destroy all life on Earth and finally bring an end to humanity's suffering, is facing much delays. The Omega-12 is now 3 years behind.
Yes, I just saw that one.
$1 billion over budget. Today's holdup, which is being blamed on late helium shipments, will set the project back 6 months. At a news talk this morning, the program's boss ruler responded to criticalisms about the delay.
Pushing back the death date is the only realistic way to make sure that when the machine is turned on, that we will all be atomized.
The Omega-12 project, originally presented by Little Congress in 2119 as
Little
a
Congress
solution to the problem of continual life on our wretched planet, was met originally with widespread popular approval. But today, citizens are expressing their frustration at Onion News Network feedback zones all over the place.
It's frustrating. You know, every day the government keeps saying we're all going to die, and then it not happens. If I could remove my obedience chip, I'd just kill myself.
I didn't care about the cost because I thought we'd all be dead. But now we're paying $1 million a week for this project and we're still alive. This is why I don't pay to vote.
I'm a little better off because at least I have this baby to sell. But I still want the world gone.
Today's delay is only the latest in a rope of problems that have plagued the Omega-12 project since its fucking inception. Meanwhile, criticalism is piling up near President Performance H. Wilson, who was voted into office for his 6th term primarily because he promised to kill us all.
You don't need a bunch of empty promises. You need to die. Do you want to die? I can't hear you. Do you want to die?
President Wilson's approval ratings have gone down steadily since that first delay, accepting a small rise when he personally murdered 7,000 people with a hatchet. And government watchdog group Citizens for Leadership recently named Omega-12 as the worst managed government program, surpassing even the ill-fated Mississippi Fire Dam and the never-completed South Florida Relandification Program. So, to be continued waiting. For all the latest on the end of the world, keep looking at the Onion News Network. Till then, sustenance to you.
Sustenance to
A
you.
new poll finds most people wish dinosaurs were still extinct. Remain motionless to be informed.
News for real. Top rated downstreams of the year in the no panel cage mutant discussed would phased in existence execution be a problem. I missed that. Toppled skyscraper. Unaffiliated Russian republics.
Multicultural battle zone.
Wait, what did she say? Hold on. hot young news out of
multicultural battle zone. Violence reamed the Gaza scrap today as fighting broke out between the one remaining Palestinian and the one remaining Israeli.
Oh boy.
The struggle over the Gaza scrap, which began long before the burn down, has stolen the lives of more than 99% of the region's inhabitants. Here is what the news satellite showed us this morning. The violence began when the Israeli army Lev Rosen entered the Gaza scrap and began building a permashed on the disputed land. The Israeli was forced back over the border after suffering a sprained ankle and a bleeding nose at the hands of the Palestinian army Amjad Olrud. Even after the retreat, the Palestinian bombarded Israel with rocks and empty fire ray cartridges for near 2 hours. One Israeli soldier was injured in today's fight.
There's only one!
In front of the governmental hovel today, the Palestinian president condemned the Israelis' incursion.
Palestine response will be harsh and the enemy will pay a heavy price. That means you, Lev.
Responded by hollering right back at him.
If he aims to fuck up my tent, I will go over there and fuck up his tent. I will not negotiate with terrorists.
We go now to
oh my lord.
War correspondent Vitamin Daniels.
Let's just stop fighting before boyfriends. Yes.
How it do, Vitamin?
What it is, Zesty.
How it do?
Celebrating in the street of Palestine following the successful defensive. But straight moments ago, the Israeli launched another attack and pushed the Palestinian to the edge of the Gaza scrap.
But Syria recently came out with a statement backing the Palestinian and refusing to acknowledge the existence of Rosen.
Yes, Syria has been a friend country for some time. The 6 Minutes War from last year pitted the entire nation of Syria against Rosen, but he beat them back with a broken bottle.
But after losing 66% of its troops to pneumonia last year, many people thought Israel was finally prepped to end the conflict.
They said 66% of the troops, and that's 3 people, I think. And then this dude responds with full true.
But even during the ceasefire, there has been sparring. Last week,
true reality.
Wandered into the disputed zone. Both men laid claim to it, resulting in a prolonged shouting match between the two sides. And today, Israel renewed its pledge to build a barrier between the two nations, a plan that has widespread support among the Israeli.
But the border wall, the border moat, the border plasmote, and the border photonic crystal laser shield did not stop the two sides from
Full
fighting.
Conveyance, but Israel's latest
border
plan
meat
is to build a 30-foot-high
or
wall
moat
directly around Olrud while he's asleep.
Fuck chance of that.
Most international observers believe the Palestinian army will just climb out.
Well, thank you, Vitamin. I love you.
Love you.
Egypt offered to hold talks, but both sides rejected the offer, suspecting it was a trap by the Egyptian Spider King to ensnare them in webbing.
Pre-burned down ice streams, grass, trees, and more.
News was not possible. Body news.
Oh God.
Drink their blood. Every word I have said here is true. More news was not possible. Body news now. The major Surgeon General has issued a warning against diets high in fat people. Think stop to halt download.
Think stop to halt download.
Roll up this news. Hordes from across the Indiana Gremlins descended today on the Capitol to protest the possible...
Right down here. Right here in this thing here, it says gay news. Condo Mercury, news giver.
legalization of gay marriage in what remains of their state. As lawmakers debated the fucking bill this morning, protesters chilled it out in the Free Speech Square to voice their opposition, some having traveled over 60 miles by sewage canal barge to shout there. The protest was conjured by a group called the Remaining Families Coalition.
If we allow gays to marry, God will punish us even worse than he already has. We have to oppose this legislation, not just for our own sake, but for the sake of America's packs of feral children.
An Onion News Network poll shows 64% of Grimlanders not burned to death or rendered mute by radiation opposed the bill, cranking the issue as more important to them than detoxifying food supplies or confining wolf mutants to the wastelands.
If I could spawn a child that's not stillborn, I don't want him growing up in a world where two men can marry.
If the Grim legislature fertilizes this law, what would be next? Men married to donkeys will be allowed to take a second donkey as a wife?
If the rest of the Grim legislature legalized same-sex marriage, it would shove Indiana into the ranks of the other 5 states to have done so: Massachusetts, Vermont, Procter & Gamble, Carolina, and Gay, Texas. Marriages performed in these states are not currently considered legal in the Indiana Grimlands, meaning gay residents of the state are not allowed to visit their partners on government smallpox hospice boats or dig graves for them when they die. Citizen X436A is a gay from the Grimlands.
If we secure the right to marry, maybe one day we'll derive the right to live above ground. We deserve the same rights as all the other subhuman groups. Are we not as good as the lizard people of Arizona?
Despite the protests, the bill is thickly supported by such liberal-leaning politicians as Harlan Downey, who bought his Senate seat 2 years ago.
This landmark bill is the next step in the war for gay equality that began 168 years ago.
Other Grimlands residents worry that their state could suffer the same fate as Wyoming, which elected
Yes.
by popular referendum to nuke itself after their state legislature legalized gay marriage. If the law is passed, it will raise the number of laws in the Indiana Grimlands to 6. That news is quenched. More hot news in Brownsboro today. A massacre-watching party turned deadly. Blink twice.
Other
Blink
grocery
twice.
news and delicious reduction. We've all seen the images of razor-toothed mandibles, impenetrable beetle shells, and human bodies torn limb from limb by the bloodthirsty 2-ton bugs on news eye streams. But are giant beetles as for real dangerous as the media makes them out to be? Standing there is Orange Clark, director of media watchdog group USAFE. Orange,
I think
how's
you're
it hanging?
adorable,
How it is
Stall.
hanging.
Now, your organization says the news spends far too fucking much time reporting giant beetle attacks.
Yes, Zesty. Last year, there were over 14,000 eye streams about giant beetle attacks,
Right.
while in reality, there were just 389 recorded instances of humans actually being killed and devoured by mutant beetles in that same time.
Right, and your report tells me most of those people were cooling around clearly marked beetle-infested zones or corpse piles where giant beetles
Places where
feed
humans shouldn't be trudging around, no how.
True reality.
But the over-reporting creates
Bungle
irrational
Heights.
fear. So now
Rope
most
yards?
people wrongly believe they're at risk of being pulled out of their homes and eaten in the street by a beetle.
But beetle attacks rank tops in eye views almost every time they're eye streamed, even above twat vision in some zones. Isn't the media just giving people what
But
they
that
want?
does not justify scaring people into thinking they'll get sliced in half if they ever go to the soil fields.
Well,
Beetle
we-
footage gets eye views, but statistics show you have a far better chance of being eaten by air slugs or dying from oxygen sickness.
And you point out this Sludge Fact news clip of an elderly woman having her limbs ripped off by a beetle as a particularly egregious example of
Sludge
that.
Fact, I streamed that clip over 40 times per day and produced a 3-hour special about her story. But that same week, President Performance H. Wilson killed 6 senators, there was a major cat meat health advisory, and 30 square miles of Vermonti fell into the ocean.
Right.
Where was the coverage of that? And I might point out, Zesty, that the Onion News Network is guilty of this as well.
We report what the public must see.
What about your dung beetle terror clip of the day?
Scope this.
You have
We-
an entire show called Hunters of the Blood Mad Beetle.
That is a fact program teaching human viewers how to kill giant beetles if they are attacked. It saved
But your
lives.
August Beetle Month, which consists of non-stop, extremely violent, recycled footage of beetles tossing people into the air and carrying them on their
Because
claws
August is
and
when
sucking...
the beetles have their feeding craze.
Yes, but I think the media needs to stop fear-mongering and tell full truth on beetles. Only radioactive giant mutant beetles ever enter population centers.
Real spicy.
90%
Well,
of beetle victims provoked beetles by accidentally looking at them.
All right,
Beetles
Orange
only
Clark,
eat...
thank you for standing there. Okay.
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 My news load. Fresh sports news. We've got the final scores of last night's rape ball games. That news for your brain tank in.
Demand for dog breeders will increase exponentially when dogs become what? True reality. When dogs become the main food source. Oh, Lord. But yes, that's an example of what we get from the Onion. And boy, was that fun. Guide to horror. All right. So that's going to be it kind of for now or whatever. I'm going to be back in a small period of time because I'm going to be back on the laptop. So it's going to sound terrible. It's going to look terrible. It's going to be like, yeah, whatever. But the fact of the matter is that I have to, I got to sell some shit. I got to sell some shit so that we can replenish funds so that we can make rent and stuff like that. Right. So that's what I'm going to be doing for a little while. So I'm going to bring the laptop over into the living room and it's going to be a janky ass stream, and pretty much you're just going to be seeing me try to get my Sega CD work so that I can test Sega CD games so that I can get them ready for sale. I actually have also here my PlayStation 3 that I painfully dug out of the closet, and now I am going to sleep forever. And we need to do a lot of testing and a lot of cleaning of that. The controller's looking pretty nasty, but it works pretty damn good still. I'm very happy about that. But there's going to be more stuff. I don't think I'm going to sell the PlayStation, but since they're shutting down the PlayStation store, I might hack that bitch. But I still got a tons of content on there, and there's a lot of PlayStation 3 games that I'm going to be selling as well. So we're going to have another stream at some point. Don't know when. Might be tonight. Might be never. Where I'm going to be testing a bunch of PlayStation 3 games. Or maybe I was thinking about doing a thing to where like I played through a PlayStation 3 game, and once I beat it, then I can sell it. Type of situation, right? Once I beat it, then I'll put it up for sale. But the Sega CD games that I have are a good handful more expensive, you know what I mean? So I am probably hold on here, put I'm gonna put a little bit of music. I'm gonna put some music while we're doing this. Pretty sure I fucked up. Hold up. That's not the song I wanted. I want this one. Yeah, this one I'm talking about. The Sega CD games that I have are worth a good amount of dollars. So I'm hoping that those ones will be ones that I can put out there and sell pretty quickly to get some quick cash up in this bitch. So yeah, we're gonna end this stream, and then we're gonna go on and we're gonna go into another stream. Hold on. We're gonna start another stream in a little while. It's gonna be janky. It's gonna be from the laptop, and it's gonna be us in the living room trying to sell some shit. Let's find someone to raid. Damn, she got them titties out. Anyway, let's find someone to do a little raid-a-reno. Man, sometimes I've been getting out of breath just while talking. It's a problem. See you later. What up, JD? It's good to see you again. Thank you so much. Here, let's find a homie to bring you 9 fantastic humans over to. While we get this rolling. Man, I know so many fantastic people. If only I could be so grossly incandescent. Man, I don't even think I should do a raid. Yeah, this is a nice track, right, JD? This is one of my favorite songs off this soundtrack. Like, just flat out. Flat out, 100%. Random poser plays popular new game. What a silly goose. What a silly goose. Thank you so much. I hope that you're doing a fantastic. You know, at this point, I'm not even really looking for somebody to raid as much as I'm just looking at stuff. You know what? We're gonna go raid health. We're gonna go raid Johnny Health. He's playing the Outlast Trials. It's a spooky game. So if you're not into spooky games, then you might not want to do that, but it's not gonna matter in a little bit, because in a little while we're gonna go back live again in the living room, where I will be attempting to test video games and stuff like that. I might have to have Turner help me find some cables or some shit. It's gonna be a bit of a nightmare. I opened up the case that I was holding my Sega CD in, and it was bad. No, I haven't moved. I just don't have enough money to make rent, so I have to sell everything. I have to sell them, like, the majority of my things. Because life sucks. But hey, we're gonna go over to Johnny Health. This is one of the guitarists for the band Health. He's a really hilarious guy. Health is pretty cool. They're pretty cool dudes. So please join me in giving them a little raid-a-reno here. They're playing a scary game, so be ready for that. See you later. Thank you so much. Y'all have a good night. Thank you so much. I will see you in a little while. Thank you so much. I love you. Bye.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa, you got a guy on you. Oh, God. Oh, my God. What the fuck? Why is this guy here? Oh, my. What the hell is that?
Wait, what?
Is he coming after me? All right.
No.